Are you tired of the clunky, time-consuming way you have to automate tasks in SharePoint? You know, that feeling of having to jump between various different apps and mess with settings and basically be a developer just to trigger a simple notification. It's a huge drag on productivity and has been a bit of a headache for years. The way that you had to leave your current apps, move somewhere else, just to set up those kinds of automations. Well, things are changing. This is a follow-up to our previous videos on automation with quick steps and quick step columns within SharePoint. Today we're going to be looking at the new SharePoint workflows which are rolling out now and should be in your tenant shortly if they're not there already. In this video I'm going to show you how the new modern approach to workflows can really streamline your daily activities and save you a lot of time. But you know the deal. Let's head on over to the computer and take a look. So what's actually changed with this update? Well, previously when you wanted to automate something, you had to kind of leave the context of where you were working, leave your SharePoint library, leave your SharePoint list, head on over into Power Automate, make the connection back, set everything up, go back to your library. The new experience is one that is embedded directly within your SharePoint lists and libraries and even within Teams, although we're not going to cover Teams today. It's all powered by the same robust Power Automate engine, but that front door was just a little bit easier and friendlier to get through. So let's jump in and take a look. So here I am in my document library. This is a policies library. Up there in the top menu bar, you'll see a new option, workflows. So let's click it and see what it's all about. The fastest way to get started is with a template. So if we look at this list of templates here, you can see there's a large number and they are categorized for easy access as well. So let's take a look and see what we can do. Firstly, let's take a look at notifying people about changes to documents, a common enough scenario. So I'm going to select this template here, which is notify a channel when SharePoint files are added. So my site and library are already pre-populated and I can select a folder if I wish to as well, which is a really convenient feature. Then all I need to do is select the team and channel I'd like to send the notification to and click Save. So now I'm back in my document library and I'm going to add a document. I'm going to do that from the Create button in the top right hand corner. So I've quickly created my document. We can see it's sat there modified by me. Let's head on over to Teams and see what we see. The workflow will take a short amount of time to execute, anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute in most cases. But if I flip on over into Teams, you will see I have a notification, this neat little card containing all of the details of my document, its name, who added it, and the date and time. And there's even a link to it as well. Neat. So now let's take a look at notifying that same channel when a document is updated. So I fill out my workflow screen and select the team and channel as I did before. I will then make a quick edit to my document, and then if we flip on over into Teams, we'll see what happens. And there we go, we've got a card that's very similar to the one we saw before, but this time I can see that this document has been updated. It's a great use case for keeping people up to date on what's happening within their document library. Okay, so let's move on from documents now, and let's take a look into the world of productivity and tasks. So if I open up workflows, I can actually type in the word tasks there and it gives me some of the options that I can select from. I can choose from options such as notifying a channel when a task is complete, but here's an interesting one. Create a task when a post starts with to do. Let's take a look at this and see how we can configure it. So all I need to do is select the team and the channel that I'd like to monitor and then select my planner board. This planner board could exist within the same team or it could exist within an entirely different one. It's flexible like that, and of course this depends on your particular business use case. So now if I flip on over into Teams and create a new post in my channel prefixed with to do and click post, I'll instantly get a notification from the Workflows bot telling me that the task has been assigned to me. I can then click through into that task, open up the details. Brilliant. So let's create another workflow. This time we're going to let a channel know when a task has been created within a planner board. And again, all I need to do is configure this workflow to monitor the planner board I'd like to look at and the team where I'd like to post that message. So I'm going to create another task, again using that to-do option that we just created. Again, I will receive that notification from the Workflows bot, and then after a short delay, around 30 seconds or so, we'll see a notification will appear in the channel telling everyone in that channel that a task has been created. If I wanted to, I could create another flow which would notify the same channel or even a different channel when a task was completed, closing that loop of productivity and letting everyone know what's happening across a particular project, for instance. If you're enjoying this video and you find our content useful, please consider leaving a like and a comment. Subscribing is also useful. And if you'd like to know more about SharePoint automation, you can watch our previous video, which is here. It is linked down in the description as well. But if you'd like to talk to anyone about anything related to M365, SharePoint Teams, OneDrive, Copilot, Power Platform, or anything else, then head on over to our website at iglootech.com. Again, it is down in the description. Fill out that contact form and we'd love to talk to you. So let's move on from the templates now and look at creating a workflow from scratch. You can see that I've got a number of trigger conditions that I can use across emails, SharePoint files and list items, Teams messages. And when I look at the actions that I can execute, I've got a similar kind of list. So you can quite easily see how I can chain these actions together to meet many different business scenarios. Let's take a look at a scheduled task. I want to post a message to a channel at the same time every week. Once I've selected my options, I just need to choose my channel. In this case, I'm going to use General. Then I just need to type out my message. I want to remind the team that they need to complete their weekly status updates. Click Save. And then if we wait for that exact time, we go to the channel. There is my update. If sending regular reminders to your team is something that you do a lot, it's something that you've probably missed. Why not automate it and make your life a lot easier? Okay, let's create another flow. This time I want this to execute against a particular file. All I need to do is select that option within Workflows and then choose to post to a specific channel. I can then enter my message body, which can be a combination of static and dynamic text. Notice that I can use that / character and it'll bring up a list of document metadata that I can use. So I could use the author of the document, the date or time that it was modified, or in this case, the file name with the extension. Once I've saved my flow, we can look at the top and we can see that its name is rather long. I'd like to shorten that, and the reason for doing that will become apparent very shortly. So here I've renamed it to Discuss in Next Meeting. Now all I need to do is to click the 3-dot menu next to my document, go down to Integrate, Flows, select Discuss at Next Meeting. If it's the first time I use my flow, I'll be prompted to sign in, which I've just done. Click on Run Flow. Then I just head on over into Teams. My message has been posted along with the document file name. Brilliant. So as you can see, this is a huge step forward. Microsoft have brought the power of that automation directly into the context of where you're working within your libraries and within your SharePoint lists. We've seen how that extensive list of out-of-the-box templates can get you up and running really, really quickly. And if you do want to do something manual, you do have that build from scratch option as well. There are some limitations, however. The ability to customize those trigger actions, perhaps based on metadata such as a document status, something that you can easily do within Power Automate, is missing here. They're also limited to single actions as well. So if I wanted to send a Teams message and then perhaps update a SharePoint list item, I can't do that unless I started chaining those workflows together. That could get quite complicated quite quickly. Don't let that put you off though. There's great functionality here for automating simple processes and saving yourself and your team a lot of time. This is an area that I'd expect Microsoft to expand significantly over the coming months, particularly in conjunction with AI. So what will you automate first? I'd love to hear your stories. Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.